We're going to go through the Zulip installation one more time because the last one was really bad audio. So let me make sure we're starting over from the beginning. I think I deleted it. Yes, I did. All right, so let's create Droplet. We can also go into Marketplace over here, but in this case, I'm just going to go into the Droplet and go into the Marketplace that way. San Francisco Data Center 3, that's all good. We're going to then choose, where's the markets option? There it is. Type in zoo and select the option. It'll then limit you to the second option and remove the first option from being able to choose that because it needs more resources to run. We're going to grab the password that we've been using the whole time, and then we're going to name the server. And then we're going to also have to go into the GoDaddy and populate the A record with the new IP address, or the A name is going to have a new IP address as soon as I generate it. Let's go create the droplet. Let's make sure I have everything. As soon as that IP address presents itself, I'm going to change it in the DNS for the GoDaddy, and then we'll go through and configure configure the rest of the server. We have an email address that you need, and you're also going to need, what else is there? You need the email address, and you need to have this IP address accessible from that host name, in my case, it's zoo.tspds.net with the normal email address that I use for these demonstrations. So as soon as that's done, we're going to log in to the command line. Let's clear this. Yes, we have a clear and we have the IP. So let's type it in. SSH root at the server IP. So yes to the fingerprint and then type in the server password. Okay, cool. So it's basically just saying that you need to be able to have your host name already assigned with your IP address in your domain registrar, which in my case is GoDaddy. And once you have that, you just click enter. Hopefully it's propagated. It just wants the email address at first, so I'll use the email address I've been using in these demos. Host name is zoo.tspds.net. Now you know it didn't propagate or in time if it doesn't run this script because it'll just fail. One of my first videos trying to do this, it just failed completely. But all day today, things have been taking effect right away, so that's been good. I like to have to pause these recordings for like a few minutes or 10 minutes while these things take effect, or these changes take effect. I'll also have these notes pulled out, ready to go. This is the quick configuration that I'll have to be doing when this thing's finished. It's just a quick script, and there's two different things we can do. Let's see, let's open incognito. Because I'll also want to run the quick configuration just to assign an admin account, and then I can go back into the command line and configure the email. Okay, so we have to agree to the Let's Encrypt certificate. Uh-oh, we got a problem with the propagation of that DNS change did not happen. That's no good. So I'm just going to, this is what you get if it doesn't propagate fast enough. And in this case, it definitely didn't. So I'm just going to pause this. I'm going to take a break, and I'll come back in a few more minutes and we'll resume this configuration. I might have to run this installation again, but this is the shortest part of this entire video. So let me just pause this, wait for the DNS to propagate, and then we will resume the configuration. Okay, so this isn't going to work out. It's just not working. The DNS is taking too long. I mean, it'll work eventually, but I don't want to wait for it. So let's just blow this one out. We'll leave it there. We'll just keep going through it. Just create a new instance, and I'll just rename it, or I'll create a new name. Okay, let's do it. And let's create the password. Go back to the old password file. Oh man, what's going on here? We have to wait for the IP address to generate or get generated, and then we'll put that into the DNS, an A record for the DNS, and then we will hopefully take effect and propagate a lot faster since it's a new record. All right, so let's close this down. Let's exit this. Come on, man, exit. And the IP for the new server is 146. Oh, what I should have done first was add that. I didn't finish adding the DNS setting. Let me do that now. No, I have an idea. Okay. All good. Should propagate pretty soon, at least hopefully it will, or I have to do this over again or do some pausing. Let me grab the password to log in all the way. Okay, fantastic. Let's pause, not pause, copy. Okay, let's go through it and hit the email address. Okay, hopefully that'll go through. Let's see what happens. We'll let that run, and I'll come back when it's all finished because it takes about 5 minutes, as we found out from the last one. Okay, it's coming to an end here. It's almost finished, so we can go to the next step, which is logging in. There we go. We're going to agree to the certificate. Okay, so we're going to grab that URL right there because that's how you create the admin account. where you assign an admin name and a password. So you got to do that pretty much right away, especially in this situation when you don't want anybody to hijack your new instance of Zulip. And let's type in the email address. Doesn't matter, you can type in what organization name is, you can call it whatever, you can classify the type, and I definitely want to use this organization URL. And let's see, the full name, doesn't matter what the full name is. Let's just make it zooadmin, and then use the same password, why not? Keep everything accessible. Okay, so you'll see that you still need to configure the email here. So we'll leave this alone, and we'll go back to the command prompt and type in these commands to edit these files. And so we're going to go to the settings first, and let's change some settings here. And most of the time I just create a copy of everything and edit the copies instead of just taking the comment away. Okay, and this is mail.tspds.cc. And let's see, what's the server? No. Yeah, okay. And remove this comment, which is the hash or the pound, depending on where you grew up. We'll have to create a password in the secrets file. We'll do that in a little while. And let me copy this. Ooh. So if you're using Vi like me, you just hit YYP to copy and paste. So it's YY to copy, P to paste. And I'm going to hit Shift A to edit this file, or edit this line rather. And take away that comment hash or pound. And then remove this. And then fill in a valid no reply email, which is just our domain. And that should do it. Okay, that should do the trick. So now that that's finished, we're going to go into and I'll mask this just so I don't have to keep changing my email password over and over and over. Okay, the syntax is email _ password equals space, and then the password. And when you hit escape to get out of the edit mode, I hold shift and hit Z twice to save it, to close and save it. Some people hit colon and then they type QW, and then sometimes they have to use the exclamation point, but I don't. I like Shift ZZ to make it a little bit faster. And then what we're going to do is run this command here. Oh no, let's restart the server first. Let's paste this in, and then we'll run the email test with this other command here I have above it. All right, so now we're just going to paste in that other line to test the email here. Make sure we did the configuration properly. Looks good so far. Yep, it's all good. So that's all we need to do. So we can just prove it to ourselves that we configured the email properly, because all we need to do now is listen to all those notifications that are the test emails, and we just refresh this page and this red banner will go away. And that's how you configure Zulip with the marketplace of DigitalOcean to spin up a Zulip server if you don't want to have to pay for Slack.